for it, run. Yeah, hey, okay, I'm fresh up out the package. Sign my deal, I pay my dues. Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom for my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping off just an unfamiliar coordinate. Topped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red, it's not one trill. The ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy, I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated, forging eyes, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, right. West side, born maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My lungs clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that sound delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Game recognized game. I'm from the Bay, okay, I'm versatile and my slang was different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound. Got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron. Better run for it, run before I catch you. Niggas out ball it, block it. Trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life. Don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing. You do best not to test it. Yeah, you right. Real all in my blood supply. Get ball up top, finna make a play. I cast a lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. If I say it twice, then I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. You know, co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Real baby, my very
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking, all right? Shout out to everybody who is in the building early. It is good to see each and every one of you. If you can hear me okay and things look and sound good, please give me a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If you cannot hear me or things look and sound bad, please give me a thumbs down or an angry face. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to shout out everybody in the building. But first, like we do over here at Beastmark, we prioritize greed and money first. So shout out to my man Carlton Way for the 5 ducats off the rip. Off the rip. My man about to make me a ZBCN whale out here. A ZBCN whale out here, man. Shout out to you, bro. Or XRP whale. I could take my pick. That's what's good, bro. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all show Carlton some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Carlton for funding the organization.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Silence! Silence! I ain't got no money, pop.
So this is gonna be a quick one, man. This one's gonna be a quick one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time, you know what I'm saying, for all that like we usually do. This gonna be real quick. This is gonna be real brief. This one night stand, you know what I'm saying? Nice to meet you. Don't come back. All right. So the first thing that we got to talk about is we got to talk about Lithium America, LAC. All right. We talked about Lithium America. After we talked about Lithium America, the stock price went up about 20-30% on the speculation that the Trump administration had planned to make a major investment into that company, make America great again. Now, you know, people will be like, oh, it's a Canadian country. Last time I checked, Canada was part of America, right? So, yeah, that for all those people that, you know what I'm saying, the geography experts that come up, Canada, how you going to make America great again if it's a Canadian country? Last time I checked, every continent on this hemisphere was America. You know, like Canada and United States are North America. You know what I'm saying? Like Guatemala and El Salvador are Central America, right? And Brazil and Paraguay are South America, right? Like last time I checked, the entire Western Hemisphere was America. Because I just can't with how stupid people are. You know what I'm saying? I can't. If you can't with how stupid people are, throw some flames in the chat. And this is one of the reasons why human actors are getting their AI wake-up call. How many people have heard of an actor named Tilly Norwood? If you all have heard of an actress called Tilly Norwood, give me a thumbs up in the chat. If you have not, then give me a thumbs down. Everybody is outraged. Everybody is outraged because Tilly Norwood is taking their jobs. When is the last time you guys saw anybody from Hollywood get upset that an entire manufacturing sector was wiped out? Let's listen to this clip real quick. We might have to come back to this at some point because I don't have time for these 13-minute videos today. But we're going to take a quick listen to what Trump said here.
Third quarter wraps up tomorrow. All major indices are up big, but can they rally through the final stretch of 2025? Meanwhile, President Trump announcing on Truth Social, our movie-making business has been stolen from the United States by other countries, like stealing candy from a baby.
Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. Who stole the movie-making business from the United States? That's my question. Let me know. Shout out to my man, AB. What's good with it, bro? Make sure y'all show AB some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emojis, some ducks, some liquidity in the chat for my man, AB Promotion, for funding the organization for 24 months. Hey, and speaking of which, how many of y'all went out and got some Lithium Americas after we talked about it? I'm just curious. Because, again, you got to ask these world is correct people and, you know what I'm saying, embrace villainy and all this. You know what I'm saying? Like, are y'all actually living the life? Are y'all actually doing it? Or not? And I know we are. I know I am. My thing is, man, you can't wear the label if you're not doing it. We got to go in on some other things. I'm going to give my man AB Promotion his flowers real quick.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Hey, shout out to my man Win Lose a Rug. What's good with you, bro? Hey, how many of y'all see these dummies, man, these clowns, these YouTube cornballs, these idiots that can't fight their way out of a paper bag? Now they finally woke up in 2025 and making response content to conservative YouTubers. And people actually, you know what I'm saying? You know, they're actually buying it. Oh, thank you so much for fighting for us. Man, these people, clowns, man. How many of y'all remember when it was just me making response videos to these clowns like Candace Owens, to these clowns like Matt Walsh, to these clowns like Officer Tatum, who's not going to do anything except for scream at somebody over a Zoom and not say anything if they ever come eye to eye? Who was doing that first? Now, every other week, somebody just noticed. Somebody got a wake-up call. Who was going in on Fresh and Fit back in the days when it wasn't popular to go in on Fresh and Fit? Because Fresh and Fit was Kevin Samuels' mans. And now in 2025, everybody act like they got a mind erase. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Bro, facts. Shout out to my man Keep It 100. Go look at the old content. Go look at the old content. And now in 2025, we found a new industry. We're going to actually defend ourselves. Defend yourselves alone. Defend yourselves alone. I hope you don't take too many lumps. I'm not gonna get you no ice out the freezer. I'm not gonna get you no ice out the freezer, man. You messed up. Yeah, shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. Bro, facts. Look at O'Shea's channel, every other video. He was on record saying he was a conservative himself. Yeah. Yeah. Look at Abba and Preach. When did Abba and Preach care? When did they start caring? The only reason Abba and Preach is reacting to Stevie Knight and reacting to Hodge twins is because that's their way at getting at Black Americans. Because we all know Abba and Preach have a big issue with Black Americans. Leaf 1 and Leaf 2 have a big problem with Black Americans. That's cool, right? Go ahead and have a problem. Keep telling jokes. But you're going to run the risk of your Tim Pool audience walking away when you get just a little bit too woke. All the pro-Black people, you're gonna risk losing your audience when you make one too many critiques. Because God knows no critique is allowed. Critique and cooning are pronounced the same way in some sectors. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to, give everybody on YouTube the big fuck you. Fuck all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all y'all. Good luck. Good luck. Because you're going to need it. Because if your reaction time to a punch or your reaction sound to hearing is as slow as it is to responding to content, you're dead. You're dead, fuckers. You're dead. Shout out to AW1. What's good with it, bro? Shout out to Shamika. What's good with it? You're dead. Like I said, you will never, ever, ever hear me doing that bullshit again. Have fun. So let's get back to even more world is correctness, shall we? Shout out to AW1. I've been good, bro. I've been good. Let's get back to more world is correctness. Now, I want to know who is stealing the movie business. Who's stealing the movie business? That's my question. Who's stealing it?
In order to solve this never-ending problem, I will impose a 100% tariffs on all movies made outside of the U.S. So interesting.
So how is this going to work? Somebody explain to me how this is going to work. There will be a 100% tariff imposed on all movies made outside of the United States. And yeah, I want to ask you guys this question. Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. You know what I'm saying? My man Keeping It 100 been killing it on the live streams lately. All right. I want to ask how many people agree with this. If you guys agree with this, or, you don't have to agree, right? Whether it's true or false. Yeah, we're going to do that. Is this true or is this false? And y'all can give me the whys or why nots, right? Y'all can give me the whys or why nots. This is what I'm curious about. Is this true or is this false? Y'all let me know. I was this had me dying laughing. AB Promotions seen this already.
Hey, cut it out. You need to grow up. Stop throwing a fit. You're throwing a tantrum. Stop being a little boy. You're whining and crying about something that's ultimately your fault. Yeah. Stop blaming it on other people. It's your fault. Because here's the deal. It's like, well, slavery. The richest Black people on God's green earth are African Americans.
Now is the richest people on God's green earth, which that's debatable right there in itself, are quote unquote African Americans. I don't know who these African Americans are. Nigerian Americans, Kenyan Americans. I don't know what this, dare I say, European American is talking about. Right? Unless he's talking about Elon Musk. Right? Because if he's talking about Elon Musk, then he would be correct. Right? Because Elon Musk is the richest person in the world, and he's an African American. right? Now, unless that's who he's talking about, I'm confused. And I'm also confused about what Elon Musk's wealth has to do with the African Americans that he may be implying. But let's continue. And shout out to Win Lose a Rug. I want you to this right here, I want you guys to understand. This is where a lot of these people on YouTube, they draw their masculinity from. They even draw their content from this type of, like, I'm about to sit around at the library with plastic plants and we're going to debate the cultural relevance of the world in our own little echo chamber without any pushback. And if you give any type of pushback, if you have any type of opinion about it, well, you're either woke, you're a victim, you're historically dishonest. I'm going to bring up a bunch of people that committed crimes to somehow take away relevancy from your argument, right? But again, what I want you guys to understand is that none of this matters. And I want you to understand that everybody other than me on YouTube that attempts to even deal with any of this kind of content are complete babbling fucking buffoons that are not capable of fighting their way out of a paper bag, which is why this situation has gotten to where it's gotten. The people on YouTube who call themselves, quote unquote, battling the good fight against this kind of shit are just as much of a detriment as these fucking idiots. The same way that a bunch of these nuts, these punks, these pussies sit up there and say, I can't stand both sides. Guess what? I can't stand both sides either. But I'm not talking about Democrats and Republicans. I'm not talking about Democrats and Republicans. But let's continue.
If slavery never happened, then you would be in a grass hut. Yeah. Right. Well, we need reparations. Your reparations.
No, look, there you go. I want you guys to understand. Shout out to all the black men on YouTube who worship this kind of gospel. Because there's even a lot of pro-blacks that's masked. They're masked as pro-black. They wear a mask, but they worship this kind of gospel too. This is why they quote these kind of people. This is why I say there's a parallel between pro-blacks and these kind of people, man. Pro-blacks are the ultimate deception of white supremacy. You got Trump putting the sombrero on Hakeem Jeffries and everybody, you know, yucking it up because they're too stupid. So, you know, when Joe Biden goes on the Breakfast Club and says, you know, you ain't black if you vote for Trump, and then Trump puts a sombrero on a light-skinned black dude, we gonna laugh it up. All people want to, you're so fucking retarded. You've been trained to choose a fucking master. There is some truth to this shit that these motherfuckers say as far as shit being people's fault. Because you have a fucking responsibility if you're a fucking groveling moron. You do have a responsibility to being a fucking idiot. Right? So, understand. Trump got that sombrero from rhetoric that he heard people on YouTube say. And they gave him the green light. Anytime anything comes out of anybody's mouth, you give them the green light. When you substantiate any bullshit that somebody shits out, you give them the green light. Y'all, everybody act like they from the street. Everybody acts like they street. All right, then. If you street, act like you know what time it is. Don't just try to talk it, walk it. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said this is a hit 'em up type stream. Facts. Right? First off, fuck you when the click you claim. See the Satoshis on the wrist and they blinging, man. Right? Right? Now, where's the response videos to this shit? We can't make a response video. We can't make a response video to this We got to make a response video to the Hodge twins. We got to make a response video to Stevie Knight. I've yet to see any of the quote unquote social media warriors respond to any video that Mark Dice has made. Y'all motherfuckers are punks. Y'all are suckers. And I would say that shit directly to your motherfucking face. I don't give a fuck if you was a foot taller than me and 100 pounds more. You bitches. And as long as you're a bitch, people gonna treat you like a bitch. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down.
Are that you get to live in America. You're welcome. You're welcome.
You get to have the Christian religion.
That's
live
right.
better than your ancestors.
The greatest moment in history for any brown or black country is the moment that the white man ships arrive on your shore.
Hey. This is the gospel of the right wing. And you know what I'm saying? You got Abin Preach and O'Shea Duke Jackson and all them. They making the videos about the Hodge twins because, you know. I find it fascinating. You know, the people on social media, right? Like you have all of these idiot responses that you know would get fucking vaporized in my chat, right? But you have to see some parallel with this to the street. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Right Wing response. Let me go make this video about the Hodge twins real quick. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said Hood would say this doesn't exist. Nah, Hood would actually agree with him. Hood, I've heard Hood, man. Hood would actually agree with him. I've actually literally heard like Hood actually say this and say, yeah, I agree. And I'm glad, you know what I'm saying? But you know, but here go my thing with Hood. He's consistent with that. Like with that. I don't agree with it. But he's consistent with it. So I gotta at least say, yo, at least he's consistent. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he would for sure. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with him. That's what Hood would say. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AB. AB is right. AB says nobody will watch a response video because there's no soft shoe and banjo. Facts. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said he is consistent. Yeah, he's consistent, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, and you know that he's consistent because I consistently disagree. I consistently disagree with a lot of stuff that he say. But at the least, he's consistent. I can respect consistency at the very least, right? Like I can respect the consistency. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, as far as like the comments, as far as the stance, as far as like the you know, the where the information is being drawn from, you know, that might be, you know, up for debate. But the consistency is there. The consistency is there. I want to know where everybody's video is about this. I think this is interesting. It's a 3-minute video, plenty of time to make a 15-minute video about it, right? YouTube format, right? All of this stuff. Oh, shadow ban is short for we not watching your shit, right? Right?
Because he brings the gospel of Jesus Christ. He catechizes you and your children. He brings exports. He brings hospitals, medicine, life expansion increases. GDP and resources increase, medicine increases, and most importantly, you get taught the gospel of Jesus Christ so that you can live longer on earth and then go to heaven instead of hell.
Now, shout out to the religious people, right? In Christianity, in the Christian Bible, the God that he's talking about acknowledged other gods. But the people who the Bible was written about as a, you know, I guess, diary tracking their history, those people were instructed specifically not to worship the gods of other people. So what happens if other people, quote unquote, worship this God? What I find fascinating is that if the Bible is true, tricking people who the Bible wasn't written for to worship a God that quote unquote the Bible is written for. Well, I mean, that's the ultimate W. What happened when other people was worshiping Baal? And what happened when other people was worshiping Moloch that wasn't supposed to worship Baal and Moloch? You don't think that Baal and Moloch had rules about worshiping gods other than them? But I'm just saying. Now, mind you, this is coming from somebody that, you know, not really maybe, you know, might not be with all that. But I mean, you mean to tell me that there's not no YouTuber? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not no YouTuber. It's not nobody. It's not no brave Tank Davis out there that's willing to step up to Jake Paul. It ain't none. Because you know ain't nobody gonna watch my shit. Because I'm be like, fuck these motherfuckers and fuck y'all. Right? So ain't nobody gonna deal with that. Because that's gonna make motherfuckers cry. But I'm just curious, though. I'm just curious, man. I'm just curious for real.
That's historically what has happened. That doesn't mean white people haven't sinned. That doesn't mean that they did it all right, that there weren't abusive.
Yeah, look. Shout out to Carlton, right? The Bible's off rip racialized, right? Flesh of my flesh, skin color, right? Blood of my blood, genetics. Yeah, these ideas of quote unquote gods are definitely talking to specific groups of people. Let's make man in our image. Yeah, 2 creation stories in Genesis, right? Who was all the people that were outside of the Garden of Eden when Adam and Eve got evicted? Where's the response videos at? Where's the defensive squad at? Where's the defense force at? The defense force isn't defending anybody from anything. I want you guys to understand this. I want you guys to understand this. Okay?
Slave masters, that they weren't like, that's not to absolve white people of sin. But I'm saying on the big picture, to say, well, black people are victims, black people are oppressed, and white people owe us something, and it's all your fault. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. And here's the deal. I think getting to, you know, the question from Starch Manning is a lot of the pushback that eventually conservatives finally mustered enough courage to say is, well, hey, look, can we just agree to a truce and let's just, you know, we just won't talk about race at all, right?
So we just won't talk about race at all while we're sitting here talking about race. Who's been the people talking about race? Who has the laws that have race written into the laws? I mean, this is ridiculous. And again, you know, for allowing this kind of stuff to just perpetuate, I don't blame people like these 2 people on the screen. You know what I'm saying? I blame the people that are supposed to deal with it. Stop being fucking incompetent and deal with this shit. Motherfuckers clearly don't like the shit that I say about it. Okay, so do better. Do better, motherfuckers. Don't come to the party 4 years late, y'all bitch asses. Right? So, you know, I see a lot of these response. We're going to respond. You're not responding to conservatism. You're not doing shit. You're not doing a motherfucking thing. I want you guys to understand this shit. You're not doing a motherfucking thing. Do you get it? Is everybody clear on this shit? In case you fucking delusional and you've been smoking a pipe, let me bring you back the fuck down to earth. You didn't do shit. You understand? A guy that'll shake these 2 dudes' hands and call these 2 dudes his son is the president of the United States. I want to make sure that everybody knows that. Your efforts fucking failed miserably. Are we clear on that shit? Are motherfuckers' bells ringing enough to now understand what the fuck an epic fail looks like? Yeah, motherfuckers epically failed. Your heroes and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers Thanos snapped them and shit. And they are in pieces blowing around in the wind and people still cheering them on and shit. They trained y'all well. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
There's mistakes on both
there
sides.
are mistakes on both sides. Mistakes on both sides. No. That's not.
So now here's if there's no need to quote unquote talk about race, what is this talk of certain demographics, and what is this bell curve book, and what is quote unquote black on black crime and all that? Like what is that? These are very simple questions that your heroes, your content creators, the people that you all love, just can't muster the fucking testosterone to put a video together that gets an adequate amount of views to even bring attention to the situation. I'm from Cleveland. The sports teams suck here. I have no fucking choice when it comes to sports except for to support losers if I support where I'm from, right? But in the social media world, in the political world, you don't necessarily have to support losers, but people do. You know what I'm saying? But people do, though.
Actually, the solution. White people are sinners who need Jesus. Within white European history, there has been sin that has required the blood of Jesus. But on the whole, for 1,000 years, European people have been worshiping Jesus as sinners.
Now, let's ask this question. How did quote unquote Jesus get exposed to European people? How did the initial exposure happen? How'd that happen? Somebody tell. I know we got a lot of historians in the chat. Somebody give me the history and the rundown on that. How that happened?
But sinners saved by grace. And on the whole, non-European people, much of the rest of the world, has been worshiping demons.
So you've been worshiping demons, even though Jesus himself is a non-European person who also instructed people to not worship him because he is a man. Right? Didn't Jesus instruct people to worship his father? Big detail. You missed that one. You might find yourself, if you mess up on that typo, you might find yourself somewhere eternally according to the book, right? Better get Chat GPT on that one. What happens with all the religion experts and all that? Where do they all go? Now, if you ask me, right? You ask me. The ultimate show of power is when you choose your time and you choose your response and you deal with situations at your leisure. Because dealing with the situations at your leisure shows that no situation is a threat to where it's pressing enough, right? Now, let me ask you this question. Who just hasn't seemed to get that point yet? Who just doesn't understand that yet? I can tell you who don't understand it. Just scroll up and down. See who, you know what I'm saying? The moment something happens, got 5 million videos. Got to chase that algorithm. Algorithm got me looking like a ate-up chicken wing with just a little bit of meat left on the bone. Hey, I want to know where I want everybody to tell me, where has everybody been at? Where has everybody been at, man? These people been around forever, man. The YouTube algorithm just start clicking, and now we're gonna make videos. Even Abba and Preach actually care. Shout out to Lehman Lucas. What's good with it, bro? What? Come on, man, help me out. I'm tired of people not helping me out, and then I see other people after they heard me ask questions or do something I did. They doing the same thing that I did, and people responding to that shit, and they acting like they scared as fuck, like they got a barrel down their throat over here. This is just the internet. You don't have a barrel down your throat. Right? You have a barrel down your throat. I'm just saying.
European people have been building cathedrals. Non-European people have been building grass huts.
That should be easy to dispel, right? Where's the videos at? So I want you guys to understand, anytime somebody doesn't respond to something like this, all they're doing is substantiating it. So ask your people. Ask your people where the response is at, where the video's at. It's some people that do. It's some people that do. I can't sit up there and say that everybody don't, because there's some people that do, but not the people that y'all like. You know what I'm saying? Not the people that y'all like.
And for those who are of non-European descent but live in the Western world, you are exceedingly blessed. And the response shouldn't be, let's push back against wokeness and just say, nobody talk about race. No, the response should be, stop whining. Stop throwing a fit. Get it together.
Now, stop whining. Stop throwing a fit. Get it together. I wouldn't disagree with that. I wouldn't disagree with that. Now, I'm going to have to say the same thing to the people in Hollywood. Right? I'm going to have to say the same thing to the people in Hollywood. How many people have heard of a quote-unquote actress? And this actress is the young lady featured on my thumbnail. Her name is Tilly Norwood. If you heard of Tilly Norwood, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't, give me a thumbs down. I know it's been a lot more important stuff like, you know what I'm saying, watching immigration protests with binoculars and, you know what I'm saying, like the latest thing that Charlie Kirk said from the grave and all this. I already know, you know what I'm saying. It's a lot going on. I understand. Social media is stressful, right? It's one of the reasons why not too many people made out on LAC, right? But shout out to AB Promotions. AB Promotions said he's talking to black people like children, just like the people they super chat do. Right? Shout out to AB Promotions, just like the people they super chat do. So, you know, nobody should be offended by that. Because that's what people accept. People pay for it. You can't pay for one motherfucker to talk to you like a kid and then be mad when another motherfucker do after they see that other person that you pay. Oh, these motherfuckers paying people to talk to me like a kid. Shit, I'm just going ahead and do it then. Right? Right? Yeah. Shout out to Carlton. Hit him up. Hit him up. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Bad Boy as a click and a label. Right? Fuck them niggas as a click and a label. For real. AI actor Tilly Norwood stirs outrage in Hollywood. They're mad. AI is soulless. Says who? Says who? Who says that AI is soulless? I argue that humans are soulless. But somebody give me the empirical proof that AI is soulless. Look at this placard. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen says, how are they allowing AI to stir outrage? Who's her programmer? AI is not stirring outrage, if you ask me. Humans are stirring outrage. The AI is simply doing what it was programmed to do. If it wasn't for AI, people wouldn't get instant answers. All right? And I mean, if you want instant answers, expand your brain and increase your memory bank. Stop whining. Right? Ain't that what the dude just said? The right-wing watch guy? Ain't that what he just said? Yeah, shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said, how much does a soul weigh and what is it made out of and where is it? Show me a soul anatomically. This is where you get called dumb for asking for empirical evidence. Show me the organ where a soul resides. Now, people will say your soul is inside of you, but they won't tell you an organ where it resides in because they can't. Prove a soul. You know what I'm saying? But they say AI is soulless. I mean, is that, so is a chair. So should we stop using chairs? You know what I'm saying? But they mad though, man. Shout out to Tilly Norwood, man. She got them mad. And I like it. And I'm going to tell you something else. I hope Tilly Norwood takes all these people's jobs. I hope she takes them all. And the reason I hope she takes them all is because while everybody is outraged about this, none of these Hollywood people will be outraged when your house is foreclosed, when your job is gone by the same AI forces that took theirs. But you're supposed to feel sorry for them. Hollywood and the music industry have always been anti-evolution. They've always been anti-technology since the Napster days. The music and Hollywood industry are a branch of the government. And the government's business policy is it's illegal until we can profit from it. Look at marijuana. Look at Bitcoin. Look at MP3s. And you still have these empty-headed fucks with ragweed blowing around inside of their skull that actually have a nerve to waste calories on sympathy for these people. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said AI actors can play multiple races. They're efficient. AI can, as they say on YouTube, go from Keisha to Becky in less than a second. AI can go from Tyrone to Chad in less than a second. I don't know any human actor that can do that. But the human actors, right? The AI doesn't need makeup, right? But the human actors believe that they should get paid more, and they don't have the capability to do this stuff. You think that Wesley Snipes could play Blade and Deadpool at the same time? What, you gonna call me a coon for saying I don't know if he can do that? Because I don't know if he can do that. So, on a quote-unquote merit-based system, like they say, the more capable should get the highest bid, right? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Now, Drewski has shown the capability of being able to convincingly play a Chad and convincingly play a Tyrone. But the world is just as outraged at Drewski for his display of talent as they are with Tilly Norwood. I think we have a quote-unquote wokeness problem, but it's not the wokeness problem that people want to talk about. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Tilly, man. I like Tilly. Like thousands of actors, Tilly Norwood is looking for a Hollywood agent. But unlike most young performers aspiring to make it in the film industry, Tilly Norwood is an entirely artificial intelligence-made character. I wonder if she'll start dating FN Mecca. And will that be considered a quote-unquote interracial relationship? Somebody let me know. Norwood, dubbed Hollywood's first AI actor, is the product of a company named Sequoia, which bills itself as the world's first artificial intelligence talent studio. We need to find this company here and invest in them. Sequoia. They definitely need to get the beast mark. If you guys would agree that this company needs to get the beast mark, throw the beast in the chat. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down, because these people are ahead of their time. I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen with this company. This company is going to come up with some type of creative way to share rights with existing actors. Then this company is going to come up with AI avatars for existing actors and work with existing actors to be able to expand their acting capabilities across multiple roles. Once this company does that and revolutionizes, once this company does that and revolutionizes acting, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. Anything that causes outrage is definitely going to be a profitable business. Right? You guys remember Baba Vanga said in 2026 there'll be an AI takeover. Since the Dutch producer and comedian Elaine van der Velden launched the digital character's prospective career, Tilly Norwood has been all the talk in Hollywood. Why are they upset about Tilly Norwood, ladies and gentlemen? Somebody help me out. Explain why they're upset. To be clear, Tilly Norwood is not an actor. It's a character generated by a computer program that was trained on the work of countless professional performers without permission or compensation, the guild said. That's what it's all about, is money. It has no life. Oh, it has no life experience to draw from. So neither does a baby. Right? So a baby, the only life that a baby has to draw on is the DNA that dictates its future, right? Now, AI doesn't have any DNA, but it does have archived programming, which is similar to DNA, that dictates its future, right? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. What does any of this have to do with the profitability? It has no emotion. I thought emotion was a bad thing. It has no life experience to draw from, no emotion. And from what we've seen, audiences aren't interested in watching computer-generated content untethered from the human experience. Really? I would say that the Pixar studio completely debunks that argument. I would say cartoons completely debunk that argument. Everybody ran out of the chat. They ran and went to tell their favorite content creator, look at this video with these people saying all this stuff about us. Make a video so we can sit in the audience and clap like seals. You know what I'm saying? Van der Velden, founder of AI production studio Particle 6, last weekend promoted Tilly Norwood at Zurich Summit, the industry sidebar of the Zurich Film Festival. She said then that talent agencies were circling Norwood and that she expected to announce a signing soon. Now, here's what I'm interested in. Will the company receive the compensation when this AI actress gets signed, or who's going to get signed? Who's going to get the paycheck there? Shout out to Win Lose the Rug. Win Lose the Rug said, how is one watching? There's 3 of us in the chat. And it'll be some knockoff that goes live, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you'll see the people that was here, they'll be over there in the knockoff, in the fake. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness. I seen this video. It hurt my heart. And Robb wasn't gaslighting enough. Please, I need to get my daily dose. Please make me feel like I'm not drowning. Please. I'm not about to make anybody feel like you're not drowning. I'm about to tell you like how that water in your lungs feel. How's it feel? You like it? You like how that shit feel? I'm not going to gaslight you. I don't care if there's nobody in the chat. You feel me? Shout out to y'all, though. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to my man, Win Lose the Rug. Shout out to AB Promotions. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Shout out to Carlton. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said, and I'm on 2 different devices. That's why. Now, but you notice, though, that don't happen with some people. People that claim that they real, like they real, they keep it real. I'm real. You know what I'm saying? I'm real, like Crisscross. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no shadow ban. I'm telling y'all, it's your peers. You all are of a different grade. You need to accept that. See, like, when you have extraordinary ability, you should never. This is quote unquote them folks argument, right? When you have extraordinary ability, you should never give credit to others for your extraordinary ability. What you all need to say is that it's no shadow, man. We are just of a higher cognitive grade. And we can process information that others are not of the capability of processing yet. If ever. And that's just the explanation. That's just it. Don't give YouTube the credit. Give yourself the credit. I'm doing something that other people can't do because they can't do it. And they shouldn't be given credit for doing it because they can't do it. You guys know I've never believed in the shadow ban. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Carlton Wade. Carlton says they're going to use that technology to bring back Paul Walker for the Fast and Furious franchise. Vin Diesel said he wants Walker in the final film. AI can make it happen. How long ago have I said death is outdated? Right? Many in Hollywood, though, hope that never happens. They wish to not evolve. Hope all actors repped by the agent that does this drop their ass, wrote actor Melissa Barrera in The Heights and Scream on social media. How gross. Read the room. I want you guys to understand, you know, there's some robots that are considered people. You know what I'm saying? Sophia has a citizenship to Saudi Arabia. And this is the now, listen. If a person can say, if we look at a person and they have a beard, and this person can say, I believe that I'm a woman, so it must be so. If an artificial intelligence who looks like an actual appropriate person says, I believe that I'm a person, so it's so, who are we to say that they're not a person and shouldn't get treated like a person? Right? Who are we to say? If I can sit there and say this individual that has a beard on and has a beard and a sundress, this person can tell me I'm a woman. It is so. Well, if an artificial intelligence says I am an actress, it is so. Actually, like, it's more evidence substantiating the fact that the AI is an actress because they're actually in motion pictures. This is a male in a sundress with heels on, saying it's a woman. This is an AI that's actually acting in an actual movie, which is what actors do. But these people are outraged by it, though. Somebody explain this to me. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said, I don't know why people are tripping. They brought back Tupac at Coachella over a decade ago, and people were cheering. Yeah, they were cheering that Trump told Hakeem Jeffries, you ain't black. Don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget that. Right? So now here it says any talent agency that engages in this should be boycotted by all the guilds. You know what boycott means? Boycott means you lost. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Boycott means you lost. That's what a boycott means. That means I got no choice but to beg. The Russian doll star is directing a feature titled Uncanny Valley that pledges to use quote-unquote ethical artificial intelligence in combination with traditional filmmaking techniques. Deeply misguided and totally disturbed, she added. Not the way, not the vibe, not the use. Why? Why? Listen, let me ask you guys this. All of the stunt people that got killed or injured in movies, do you think that, AI might help them not get killed or injured? What's that guy's name? Was it Robert Downey Jr. or something? Who was the dude that shot who was the dude that shot somebody on the set? Well, what if he had a shot at AI hologram, that person would still be alive. I thought human lives mattered. They don't. They don't. Artificial intelligence is often used as a tool in film production, though its implementation is hotly debated. It was a major bargaining point in a lengthy strike. You guys remember this by SAG-AFTRA that concluded in late 2023, with some safeguards put in place to protect the use of actors' likeness and performances by AI. Now, this idea of perfecting actors' likenesses and performances, this is the same thing that required protection when Napster came out. Yeah, Alec Baldwin. Okay, thank you. I said Robert Downey. All right. Now, I want to ask you guys this question. Do you all have an issue with this? How many people in the comment section have an issue with this? You got an issue with Hollywood evolution. This is how you know that people are meant to be animals. They're meant to be animalized. People always have an issue with evolution. They never have an issue with de-evolution. After a year-long strike by video game actors hinged on AI protections, in July, video game actors approved a new contract that mandates employers obtain written permission to create a digital replica. But there have been numerous controversies over the use of AI in acting. The Oscar-winning 2024 film, The Brutalist, used artificial intelligence for Hungarian dialogue spoken by Arden Brody and Felicity Jones' characters, the revelation of which prompted debate in the industry. Van der Velden responded to the stir around Tilly Norwood on Instagram. To those who have expressed anger over the creation of my AI character, Tilly Norwood, she is not a replacement for a human being, but a creative work, a piece of art, Van der Velden said on Sunday. Now, wouldn't that be something if that's what your God said that you were? You guys remember on Prometheus, when David asked the scientists, why did you create me? And the scientists looked at him and said, because we could. And then David said, how disappointing. How disappointed would you be if you traveled all this way to meet your maker? And that's what your maker said to you. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Shout out to DJ Elmo. What's good with it, bro? People have a hellish future in store, and I can't wait to see it. Because you can't fucking run from it then. Just imagine if this thing gains consciousness and she goes back and reads this and it says she is not a replacement for a human being, but a creative work, a piece of art. You're a piece of art. You're a piece of art. Life is art. It's a canvas, right? Okay. The universe is a tapestry. It's a canvas. If you think about it, when an artist doesn't like his artwork, what does the artist do? It scraps the project and starts over, right? How many times has the human project been scrapped and started over? I need everybody in the chat to name me all of the times the human project got scrapped and started over. Because The artist didn't like what he saw. Oh, sorry, he or she saw. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said every industry is going through the AI revolution. You better buy some Bitcoin to protect yourself. You better enhance your brain to protect yourself too. But you know, we know some people that they're not capable of that. Cat got you. This is why AI is going to win. This is why AI is going to win. Cat got everybody's tongue. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said several times. Right. Okay. All right. We're thinking out loud here, right? Like many forms of art before her, she sparks conversation, and that itself shows the power of creativity. Like many forms of art, like one form of art, somebody could say, like, give these things consciousness and let them know the difference between good and evil. And then maybe an opposing faction says, nah, they just need to be animals in this garden. Type shit. Vander Verden didn't respond to interview requests on Tuesday. In her post, she argued that AI characters should be judged as their own genre. I'm not mad at that. Creating Tilly has been, for me, an act of imagination and craftsmanship, not unlike drawing a character or writing a role or shaping a performance or, creating a human, right? She added, it takes time, skill, and iteration to bring such a character to life. The statement was also shared on Tilly Norwood's own Instagram account. Posts include photos of the creation drinking coffee. She looks like she likes pumpkin spice and wears Ugg boots. Shopping for clothes and preparing for various projects. As of Tuesday, the account had more than 33,000 followers. Had such a blast filming some screen tests today. One post reads, every day feels like a step closer to the big screen. Look at this. Look at this. It has no life expectation to draw from and no emotion. And from what we've seen, audiences aren't interested in watching computer-generated content untethered from human experience. If the guild truly believes that, they shouldn't be worried. Best comment. Shout out to Michael Chase. Now look at Mark. Mark says, exactly, people in almost every industry are impacted by AI. And while it's not pleasant for any of us, almost the people only crying about it constantly are actors and other rich artists. I'm sorry if the way you make money is threatened by progress, but you aren't actually more important than anyone else. And your blatant use of public image to advance your own commercial interest is crash, and your real motives are transparent. Nobody's really feeling people, the actors, being upset about this. This person here says somehow Skynet hasn't destroyed us yet. Says who? I find it fascinating. If humanity is so good, why would AI just destroy us, quote unquote? We're so good. We're so good. Now, let's take a look at this. Nobody has any thoughts on this, huh? We got to get Tilly Norwood to say something, we get her to say something nasty, something racial, and we'll try this live stream again and have more people in it. Right? Because as much as people say that, as much as people say that that's the only time people pay attention. So we got to get Tilly to say some foul stuff. We got to get her to throw an AI Confederate, shirt on her or something like that, and then we can come come back, and then more people will be interested. Technological, you know. She decided to wear a Victoria's Secret Love Confederacy. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said Particle 6 on this AI studio. I think Particle 6 is an interesting name. I think that Particle 6 is an appropriate name for a company that builds humans. Shout out to AB. AB says, when somebody says that they're not going to do something, that usually means that they're going to do it, or it means that they have extensive experience in doing it. Like when a woman tells you, quote unquote, I don't usually do this, that means you've just met a pro, right? You've just met somebody that's in the Hall of Fame, right? 100 yards rushing, right? So Gersh president vows to not sign Tilly Norwood amid claims the AI actress will soon have representation. We're not going to be that agency. We're not going to be the, ones that take the risk. We're not going to be. Now, this is Tilly Norwood right here. She looks convincing enough for me. She looks convincing enough for me. You know what I'm saying? For months, Elaine van der Velden, founder of AI production studio Particle 6, had been taking meetings around town introducing her ingenuine Tilly Norwood. She made no secret of her hopes for the 20-something looking brunette. We want Tilly to be the next Scarlett Johansson or Natalie Portman, van der Velden told Broadcast International in July. I don't see why that couldn't happen. But the full-blown, and listen, and Tilly will never get old. She'll never get old. She'll never age. She'll always be a 20-something looking brunette. She might actually have more, of a chance at marriage than some of these women that they're talking about. Gravity's not gonna. Tilly Norwood will be the first woman that gravity did not defeat. What do you guys think about that? Hey, right. We gotta. Carl just said, "I'm looking for Particle 6 competitors so I can become an early investor." Right. All right. Hey, what happened making quote unquote Tilly Norwood quote unquote life mates? Man, listen. Shout out to DJ Elmo. DJ Elmo said Blacklight Tilly is a full-blown AI SLC24A5, and she doesn't age. She never gets old. She's like Apocalypse or Wolverine or Deadpool. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AI. Shout out to AI. Shout out to AI for sure. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said the only thing negative about AI is that it will increase the numbers in the wrench army. But the thing, we could create our own anti-wrench army that's made completely of AI and not employ anybody. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said because people will be out of work. They could work on the AI, right? But full-blown panic over Particle 6 first creation didn't hit until this past weekend when van der Velden talked about Norwood and her screen debut in the comedy sketch AI Commissioner during a panel at the Zurich Film Festival. When we first launched Tilly, people were like, what? What's that? Now we're going to be announcing which agency is going to be representing her in the next few months. Beastmark needs to represent her. If you guys would agree that Beastmark should represent Tilly, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to AB Promotions. AB Promotions said, Rob, that was a low blow. Why you say that? Tilly will have the best odds on getting married. 2 reasons. She's programmable and she doesn't age. She doesn't age and she's programmable. You know what I'm saying? In many cases, right? Not saying this about myself or not saying this about anybody that I know. I was going to say in many cases, programmability and youth are 2 very important factors for some people. She optimizes both. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the ladies. You know what I'm saying? AI will come out very soon with, you know what I'm saying, men that have 3 pants legs for you. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, women can be like, yeah, you know, it's never no more. That's all, folks. You know what I'm saying? Hey, AI got your back. AI got your back, making humanity better every day. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, was her prediction a bit of a bluster, or has Tilly, who demonstrates her ability to cry in studio knockoff, already sparked a multi-agency feeding frenzy to sign her? We already know Beastmark is interested in signing her. I don't think she's willing to take Carlton's 100 crow at knife per movie offer, though. I think we might have to do better than that. You know what I'm saying? Gersh agency president Leslie Siebert, who represents such bona fide next-gen stars as Jacob Eldori, calls the Tilly phenomenon frightening. This is what it is, frightening. And she says she would not be surprised if the AI creation lands an agency, and it should. But we're not going to be that agency. These words will haunt her. These words will haunt this woman the same way Bitcoin is a scam has haunted and is haunting so many people. Like Warren Buffett. Facts. If you guys agree with Brooklyn Queen, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Brooklyn Queen said Beastmark needs our own AI actors for movie projects with blacklight industry storyline characters. Facts. Shout out to DJ Elmo. DJ Elmo said, can you envision a day these AI like Tilly will have a synthetic human body or communicate via one? Oh, man. Shout out to DJ Elmo. Yes, I can definitely envision those days. And listen, I'm going to tell you this. If they can make a man have the ability to get pregnant, they can definitely make something like Tilly have the ability to get pregnant. Added feature, right? Another $10,000, another 0.01 or another 0.1 Bitcoin. You want pregnancy as a feature with your life mate? That'll be another 0.1 Bitcoin. And we can add that feature for you. They have the test tube lab right in their stomach. You know what I'm saying? With nylon, vinyl, expandable skin. And a stomach will increase and it'll produce steam and water to make fake amniotic fluid. And you can even take her to the fake gynecologist and they'll ask, you know, are you a real person or are you artificial intelligence? I'm real to my husband. But unfortunately, I have a serial number, not DNA. Well, you know. And then the husband will be like, oh, but she loves me better than any woman ever did. J.D. Harriman, a partner at Foundation Law Group and an AI legal specialist, predicts Tilly will mark the first in an invasion of synthetic performers. This is awesome. From his vantage, the industry should have been on full notice last year when OpenAI created a Johansson-type voice for its chat GPT assistant Sky without the actress's consent. Johansson threatened legal action, and OpenAI quickly pulled Sky from the app. Now, I don't think that AI should get, I don't think that they should get in trouble for that. Because what happens if somebody has a child and that child looks like Scarlett Johansson? You get sued because the kid happens to look like somebody? Shout out to God. I'm real to my husband. Yeah, my husband tells me how real I am all the time. Yeah. Yeah. And that's all that. And then the icing on the cake, she's gonna look over at him. Shout out to Carlton. She's gonna look over at him and say, "That's all that matters to me." Game over. That motherfucker's leaving the robot everything. The robot is getting everything. Oh, the robot's getting everything in the will. You know what I'm saying? That should have started ringing the bells in Hollywood. Producers would love to have actors that get paid less, never make PR mistakes, never age, have unlimited reshoots, and can do their own stunts. Yeah, this is why they should get paid more. I mean, like, you literally just gave the resume of why the AI should get paid more. They don't age, they don't die. They can do their own stunts, unlimited reshoots. If you can find a human actor that can do all of these things, pay them like you would pay the AI. But you can't find a human actor that'll do that stuff. Why? Because humans aren't capable. AI has something, humans have something that AI doesn't have. Biological constraints. The last actor strike did not provide any protection against this kind of thing happening, and it will continue to grow. Given Tilly's unveiling sparked pushback from actresses like Emily Blunt, Kiersey Clemens, Toni Collette, studios employing such technology will likely face intense backlash. Like Johansson and Portman, Blunt is repped by CAA and is warning agencies don't do that. SAG-AFTRA denounced Tilly, noting that the creation has no life experience to draw from and no emotion. I think that that's ridiculous. That's absolutely absurd. The AI probably has more life experience to draw from than anybody else because the AI has actually been fed hundreds of years of data, and most humans only live for 100 years. And even during that 100 years, don't fully utilize their brain to amass 100 years of data. See, here's the problem. The problem is the actual comparison of AI's capability to human incapability. And humans feel small in the face of their own creation. That, if people recall, these things were created to do things that people can't do. That's why you made them. So now you're looking at what you made. And every time you look at what you made, you realize what you aren't. You realize what you can't do. We've been trying to figure out the secret to immortality our entire existence, and we just built it into these things. Oh. Let's just break down Hollywood. You're a person playing a fake character in a fake story in many cases. A documentary in some cases, that's not a story about your life. It's based on something. Well, AI is based on something. The same way that these movies that you star in are based on a real story, AI is based on a real person. And I find it the peak of irony that people who literally have made a career off of faking it are actually upset at the actual fake it. Big fuck you. Shout out to the AI, man. I can't wait. I can't wait until we get our first AI Oscar winner. I can't wait until we get our first AI Grammy winner. I can't wait till we get our first AI president. And I can't wait until the first AI judge sentences a human to a punishment. I can't wait. I can't wait. But I have to. And that's all, folks. Shout out to everybody that came through, man. I hope you guys enjoyed. Your boy ran out of time. And look at it. It's 6:33. Ironically, you think that was on purpose or not? Shout out to my man, Carlton. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all show Carlton some love. Shout out. Oh, I didn't even see Brooklyn Queen with the I got to give Brooklyn Queen the standing on. Oh, I didn't even see Win, Lose, or Rug. Let me hold on real quick. Win, Lose, or Rug. Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. Let me give you the standing on business.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. I didn't even see AB with this. What happened to these chats? I didn't even see these other chats.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
And shout out to my man AB. So lucky we don't live in grass huts, right? Right. Next time you see a white person, tell them thank you.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
All right, let's try this again. Shout out to my man Carlton. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to my man AB Promotions. I appreciate you, bro. Show AB Promotions some love. Shout out to Patrick. You missed it. You missed it, bro. You missed it. You were shopping around and you missed the sale, homie. That's what happened. Shout out to my man AB Promotions again.
Again!
Shout out to my man Win, Lose, or Rug. Make sure y'all show Win, Lose, or Rug some love. And shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Definitely appreciate you. Let me know what you guys think about all this interesting stuff in the comments after the video. And as always, ladies and gentlemen,
run. Yeah, hey, okay, I'm fresh up out the package. Sign my deal, I pay my dues. Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom for my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping out just to unfamiliar coordinates. Hopped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red, it's not one trip. The ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy, I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated, forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, right. West side, born maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My love's clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that sound delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. You ain't recognized game. I'm from the Bay, okay, I'm versatile and my slang was different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound. Got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron. Better run for it, run before I catch you. Look it out, ball it, block it. Trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life. Don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing. You do best not to test it. Yeah, you right. Real all in my blood supply. Dig it ball up top, finna make a play. I cast a lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. If I say it twice, then I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. You know, cosign and no co-pilot. They peptides, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds.